Welcome to Booksall. Big excitement because this is the very last box of fiction. W, X, Y, and Z. I think this has also got a few books of non-fiction in as well. So it'll be the start of the non-fiction as well as the end of the fiction. So here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, indeed, this is correct because at the top we've got a few non-fiction books. That is Catherine Arnold, books about London, Bedlam, and City of Sin. Oh, there's a series of these. There's another couple of one. Another one about London here. Same author. Necropolis, uh, London and Its Dead. We've got some Susan Sontag, Illness as a Metaphor. We've got Less Than Human, a book by David Livingstone Smith, not David Livingstone Seagull. Why We Demean, Enslave and Exterminate Others. A non-fiction book called Stiff by Mary Roach, which is about the decaying of the human body once it's dead. Two books by Jeanette Winterson, which are memoirs, I suppose, really, non-fiction, I think. Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal, and Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. I could have them in the fiction. I think I may transfer them to that. That might be what they're in this for. This is certainly non-fiction. The Anatomy of Fascism by Robert O. Paxton. Also non-fiction, we have Colin Thurbrun, a great travel writer, Shadow of the Silk Road, and Prozac Nation by Elizabeth Wurtzel. I'll just put those back there, and we'll try and dig down to the fiction as we go along. I would have liked to have separated the two, but it's obviously not going to go that way. Hallucinations by Oliver Sacks, and Mythologies, Vintage Barters. Chaos by James Gleick. What else is in this pile? Probably. No Logo by Naomi Klein, and Andrew Solomon, The Noonday Demon, about depression. Okay, a little book down here, and we've got some fiction. Hooray! I don't know quite why this is in here. This is Jean Rhys, Jean Rhys, isn't it? I think yes. Wide Sargasso Sea, which is yes, just prequel to say it for me. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, prequel to that. Yes, that should go in the fiction. This is non-fiction again. Psychopathic Cultures and Toxic Empires by Will Black. Language, Truth and Logic by A.J. Ayer. Albert Camus, and this is this is Myth of Sisyphus. Oh, strange edition that I've got there. I'm sure I've got other editions of that. Norman Mailer's Executioner's Song, about Gary Gilmore's trial and execution. That's a good one. It's non-fiction. That looks like that's fiction stuff over there. Yuri Herrera, A Silent Fury. We have got some of his fiction books. That one's about a mining tragedy in Mexico. It's not all that well known in the West. Right, so some fiction. Colson Whitehead, the Intuitionist. I really like that one. That's really good. Yeah, that's maintaining lifts, elevators. Frog by Mo Yan. And A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. That book that everybody says, oh, you either love it or hate it. I think I'm going to disagree with that. I don't love it or hate it, really. I was a bit underwhelmed. If you're going to go for something that's really miserable to all the characters that are in there, then I will go for A Fine Balance by Rahington Mystery over that. But there we are. It's all right. Bridge over the Saint Louis, Bridge over the Bridge of Saint Louis Ray by Thornton Wilder. Stories of the 5 people that happen to be on the bridge when it collapses. And some Zola. So we've got L'Assommoir, we've got La Bête Humaine, both in English. I can't read French, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to, but I can't, and there it is. Love Zola, it's fantastic. Don't know anything about this. This is Dark Matter by Jules Zay. The Private Life of Trees by Alejandro Zambra. And Stefan Zweig, Beware of Pity. That's excellent novel. Another one I haven't read, Zhao Xinchan, Soul Mountain. Chinese one there. Revolutionary Road by Yeats. And the other Hanya Yanagihara, which is The People in the Trees, which looks a bit more welcoming than A Little Life, I think. Taiichi Yamada, Strangers. Evie Wild, the base rock, which is not far away from North Berwick, where we used to go and stay when we went to the Edinburgh Festival. And that's a fantastic place. I like that. Read this quite recently. Virginia Woolf, Mrs. Dalloway. So very good. But you need to slow down to read it. You can't read it quickly. Similarly with To the Lighthouse. It's a copy that I've had a long time. Banana Yashimoto. This is... Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It isn't Banana, is it? No, it's just Kitchen. Right. Oh, Marcel Proust, Search for a Lost Time. A Reader's Guide by Patrick Alexander. That goes in the non-fiction, as does How to Live by Sarah Bakewell. A Life of Montaigne in one question, 20 attempts at an answer. A great way of putting it. I love Sarah Bakewell. She's really good. I had a nice joint thing that I was doing, reading Montaigne's essays with a friend, and we used to read one and then discuss it. That was really good. Jeanette Winterson, The Gap in Time. This was a series that was commissioned by different writers to write, being starting with one of Shakespeare's plays. This one is sort of inspired by A Winter's Tale. They were all given a different play to as their beginning for writing a book. Colson Whitehead, The Underground Railway, which is his more known one. Patrick White, Australian. The Vivisector, which is excellent. And The Twyborn Affair, which I think is to do with, isn't that to do with twins, where somebody comes up and pretends to be a long lost inheritance, rather, not twins. Pretends to be a long lost son, but rather than Um, but he's nothing like them. I mean, it's 30 years later, and they just, rather than trying to be like them, they just came all have changed. Edith Wharton, Ethan Frome, The House of Mirth, and of course The Age of Innocence. I've read The Age of Innocence. I haven't read that, and I haven't read Ethan Frome either. Despite how short it is. One thing I haven't read from Scotland either is Train Spotting, Irvine Welsh. I haven't read that. Jerry Vile, Mendelssohn is on the Roof, some Evelyn Waugh, Vile Bodies, and Decline and Fall. I think so. Look, we've got one pile left, which might have some more fiction or might be all non-fiction. Let's see. An Introduction to Psychoanalytic Theory by Stephen Frosch. Freud and the Interpretation of Dreams. Is that Freud's book? Yes, it's Freud's book, not a commentary on it. Some more by Oliver James, Britain on the Couch. Oxford Book of Short Stories, edited by V.S. Pritchard. I've got to decide what I'm doing with all the short story collections. I've got a number of them, and they're sort of separate, aren't they? Because it isn't one. It's edited by somebody, and they choose from all over. Another one by Colin Thurban, In Siberia. Travel writer is very good. Let's have a look at the last few in this book. We have Mo Yan and the Garlic Ballads. Ballads. The Garlic Ballads. That's very good. Jeanette Winterson, Lighthouse Keeping. I really like that. I like Lighthouse Keeping. And Modern Baptist by James Wilcox. Love the front on that one. I like a good cover. It's an evocative cover. And finally, Stoner by Williams, which was loved by everybody in the Birmingham Book Club. And I didn't get around to reading it. I can't remember. It was a month where I just didn't, and I've never read it. And yet I've heard so many good reports about it. So there we are. I think that's probably all the fiction. I wasn't expecting to come across all this non-fiction, but we have. That's the start of the non-fiction. The rest of the stuff that we do should be all non-fiction, because I think that is it. So from Booksalve, we'll say cheerio and happy reading to you all.